Hello, welcome back to Guardian Football. It's been a huge weekend in La Liga. Valencia proving that they're really back in the mix with their win in the big game over Atleti. Cristiano is at it again, and sadly a bribery scandal that has really rocked Spanish football. This is all about La Liga. That's right, Valencia scored 3 times in the opening 13 minutes of the big game against Atleti. They were absolutely rampant, perhaps having in mind that Atleti were coming off that really exacting Champions League match from Juventus, and they hit them hard. Very, very impressive from Nuno's team, and very, very impressive as well from not just the young players who've shown this season like Alcácer and Jose Gaya, but also Andre Gomes, who scored a fantastic second goal. He was really important, and the man of the match really was Nicola Otamendi. I was never really convinced by Porto, but he scored the third goal, which proved so important. And when Atleti were fighting back in the second half, he really manned the trenches. This Valencia from front to back looked very well organised. Watch out for them. Now, Atletico's captain did play at the Mestalla at the weekend, but he spent Friday giving evidence to the public prosecutor who are looking into a case of possible match fixing in the game between Levante and Zaragoza in 2011. It was a game that Zaragoza won to escape relegation, and Gabi, who was the captain of Zaragoza before returning to Atletico, scored twice in that 2-1 win to make sure that they stayed in La Liga. Now, what the case centres on is a number of payments from Zaragoza players into the account of notorious Zaragoza president Agapito Iglesias, that he apparently, alleged the prosecution, went on to use to bribe Levante to lose the game. Now, Gabi admits making the payment, but he says Agapito told him it was to resolve a short-term cash flow problem for Zaragoza. We don't know what's going to happen in the case, but what we do know is it would be extremely sad if someone who was one of the big heroes of La Liga last season had his reputation permanently sullied. Now, he rather magnanimously described his teammate Karim Benzema as the best forward in La Liga after the 5-0 demolition of Athletic Bilbao, but there was no doubt about it. All eyes weren't on the Frenchman, they were on Cristiano Ronaldo, who scored another hat-trick, his 22nd in La Liga, as many as anyone else in La Liga's history, including Alfredo Di Stefano, but in a fraction of the time. He's now got 13 in 6 this season, and he's just the model of efficiency. In fact, less than an hour after the game, he posted a picture to Facebook and Twitter of himself and his fiancée at dinner in a Madrid restaurant, all showered and changed and everything. There really is no holding him back. Okay, so Deportivo were playing pretty good opposition in a resurgent Sevilla, who had come off the back of that defeat at Atletico Madrid last week and were willing to prove something, but still Depor were an absolute shambles. Again, caving in under pressure from a decent side as they did against Real Madrid in the final stages of that game at the Riazor a couple of weeks ago. They lost 4-1 at the Sanchez Pizjuan against Sevilla, and it could have been a lot worse for them. And you really fear for their La Liga future. They're one of the big names of the competition. Of course, everyone thinks of them winning the league back in 2000, but they're really in danger at the bottom of the table going forward into the rest of this season. You wonder really how good they are, and if Victor Fernandez, the current coach, is really the man to inspire them to get away from the drop zone. Now, Eibar have added so much to La Liga already in their first season up, and they added a little bit more this weekend with one of the surprise games of the weekend, a 3-3 draw with Levante, which was absolutely thrilling, and a thrilling climax with an injury time equaliser by the hosts, scored by Italian journeyman Federico Piovacari, who went around the block in Italy before ending up on loan at Steaua Bucharest last season, winning the first trophies of his career and playing and scoring in the Champions League. An absolute cracker by him from the edge of the box to rescue a point from Eibar, but nevertheless their coach Gaizka Garitano still wasn't that happy, saying his team need to keep it a little tighter at home if they're going to progress. So real ambition for them as well as spectacle. So those are my talking points from the La Liga weekend. What are yours? Can anyone stop Cristiano? Are Valencia a real contender? And are you still enjoying watching Eibar? Leave it all and anything else in the comments section below, and I'll try and get back to you over the week. Of course, we've got a little break now for the international games, but nevertheless, you can still get involved here on Guardian Football. Raf Honigstein will be posting videos on Germany, Julien Laurent, who's just come back from Paris, on France, and James Horncastle on Italy. So check those out too, and don't forget to click to subscribe.